Hi guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today's video is pretty random, but honestly, it's the type of thing I like to watch, and it's just a haul of random stuff that I have acquired over the last month or so. So we have a couple of Zia Records trips. That's a local record shop, and then a Powell's book haul, another record store, and then Ulta Beauty. So truly a mismatch. I will link the things that I can. Let's just dive right in. The first Zia Records trip, that's a really cool, like I said, it's a record store, but they have books and movies and clothes, some vintage stuff, just a mixture of things. But I got this shirt. It was around Valentine's Day, and this was artwork that they had, and I really liked it. Fun fact too, if you wear anything that's branded with them, you get 10% off when you go. So that's always fun. Okay, I also picked up a couple of records on that trip. This is Lady Gaga's album, Chromatica. Now, I don't love a vinyl that's not properly in a sleeve. However, this was such a good price. And this is not my favorite Gaga album, but it's one that I like enough to own, and I like Gaga enough just to kind of own everything in her discography when the price is right, you know what I mean? So I opted for this one because if I remember right, it was significantly cheaper. I could have even gotten a used version. Sorry if you can hear my dryer, by the way. In a sleeve, but it would have been, I don't know, $15 or $20 more than what I paid for this. So I'm excited for this, a nice clear vinyl. And then here was the other vinyl I got on that trip. This was a really good price. It was used, and it's just millennial core at its finest. You know what I mean? It's Panic at the Disco, a fever you can't sweat out. I want to say this is just standard black vinyl. The funny thing is, I don't think I was even musically intelligent enough, or I don't know, maybe let me phrase that in a nicer way. Now I'm much more savvy and educated on music. I've always loved music, but now I know to listen to albums in their entirety and stuff like that. Yeah, it's standard black. But at the time in high school, I wasn't doing that. I was just listening to random songs. Those were the LimeWire days, you know? So I always liked Panic, specifically a lot of the songs on this album. But I hadn't actually listened to the whole album, but there are so many songs on here that I know. And I played this the other day when I was cleaning, and it was such a vibe. It's so nostalgic. It's so good. The price was right, and I'm very glad that I picked this up. All right, the next thing that I got, 18 and up, warning here, okay? Even though my channel's never for kids, is this. Now, this is a vintage Playboy magazine from the month and year that I was born, April of 1989. Oh, speaking of 1989, old album. Oh, and the new one is there. Anyway, okay. So Zia sells vintage magazines and vintage Playboys, and I just had a random idea that I was that would be kind of fun to have one from the month and year that I was born. And so it became a thing where every time I would go, I would look, and I would never find it. Sometimes I would get close, May of 89 or whatever, but I could never find it. And then I went as far as to Google it a couple of times to be should I just buy it on eBay or on whatever? And the price was okay. It's not some crazy specific one. I don't even know who that is on the front. I do like that it's basketball because I'm a big basketball fan, and that's just fun. But then I kind of thought okay, I could order it on eBay for $20 or whatever it was. I don't know. But it felt that lost its luster. It's more fun to just discover it in the wild. You know what I mean? Anyway, so it had been a while since I had been to Zia, and it had been a while since I had looked for this, and I was with my friend David, and he was oh look, here it is, April of 89, and I was are you serious? It just felt very kismet, because I'd been looking for literally a couple of years at that point. So pick that up. I don't know. I'm probably gonna put that like in one of my bathrooms or something. It's just like fun. I like quirky character building type things like that, like in my house in terms of decor. The next Zia trip that I took was actually in Las Vegas. I went there with my sister-in-law and her friend. We just had like a little trip. And I had heard that there was a Zia in Vegas, but I had never been, so I wanted to check it out. So the first thing that I got, okay, quick preface, these are iconic and I love them, but I am a person who doesn't really love supporting J.K. Rowling at this time, just based on her commentary about trans people. So, I mean, I do separate the art from the artist, like with a lot of things. I'm not some like perfectly sanctimonious, wonderful person who I try to put my money where my mouth is. Now I'm way over explaining, but my point is, I had seen these items and I had wanted them, but there's that hesitancy. I'm like, I don't love supporting her because I just don't really vibe with her as a person. So I was very happy to get these at Zia because they were used, and so therefore it's like not giving money directly. It's similar to, you know, playing like the original 1989 on vinyl. Like I'm not giving money to anybody because it's just happening. Anyway, these are Harry Potter books. We have the first and second Harry Potter book. And this is it's like a designed and illustrated by Minalima. So I saw these at Barnes & Noble quite a while ago, like I said, and they were just like on my radar, like, oh, those are super fun. I know that there are the illustrated Harry Potter books, but these are different. So these are partially illustrated, but then they also, I'm trying to show you, it's almost like a pop-up book. Like there's just all this like extra stuff. Okay, let's see. Let me try to find like a page that would really like, okay, like look at this one. This is like, spoiler alert, towards the end of the first book, like the characters with like the chessboard. And here's like, you know, the snake underneath the turban. And this is cool. Like they're just like interactive and like really cool. Here's the part where Harry gets the letter when they're out at the lighthouse or whatever. And it's like literally a letter in there. Like it's just very, very cool. I don't know how many of these there are. I don't even know how many there are of the illustrated books. I don't think they have all 7 of those. Although I think they're planning to make all 7. I don't know. But I want to say there's only like maybe 3 of these, maybe 4. Here's Chamber of Secrets. And so like, it's just similar. Like, I don't know. I just thought they were so cool. And not every page has, ooh, see, like this is so cool. Not every page has like the cool pop-up type stuff. But even within, OMG, see, like, look at this. I'm just like discovering so much. So then like you pull that. But like lots of the pages just have regular illustrations too, which I think just heightens like the experience. It's just like cool. The pages are really glossy and like satisfying. And like I said, I was just excited to see those used. So I picked those up. Then, because I need more books, no, I don't. I have so many books that I haven't read, but collecting and like buying books is like a separate hobby than reading them. I got this. This is a book called We Were Liars, which I want to say is like part of a series maybe. And if that's the case, then I don't really know how I feel about that. But I've heard this is really good. There may or may not be like a show or a movie made after this. I don't know. And it's like, it was a used book, but it feels brand new. Like it feels like in really good condition, and it was really affordable. I think it is, I don't even know. I kind of like books to be that way sometimes. I don't even always like to know what the back is about. I just like get a recommendation and then I go with it. Like I don't even really need to know what this is about, but I think it's, I don't know. I think it's about like a family that vacations somewhere, and there's obviously some kind of like mystical, not mystical, but like scandalous lies happening. I don't know, maybe deaths. I don't really know, but I'm excited to read that. Okay, and then the last thing I got on that Zia trip was this pack of pens. The brand is Talking Out of Turn. They are Taylor Swift, and I picked up the Tortured Poets Department pack. There were several. They had a pack for every album. And like, they were all themed color-wise to the album, and you know, like the sayings on there. And then the ink was also the color for some of them, like the 1989, the Speak Now, like the more colorful ones. So I definitely considered other ones, but these are all just black ink. But I liked this the best. Tortured Poets is my favorite album. So it says, all's fair in love and poetry. And then they say, okay, all's fair in love and poetry. Who's afraid of little old me? I cry a lot, but I am so productive. Ditch the clowns, get the crown. I like that one. I love you, it's ruining my life. And I can do it with a broken heart. So I'm very excited to bust these out now. I'm a teacher, so I use pens all the time. I'm sure a lot of people use pens all the time. I don't know. Okay, what should we do next? Should we do, you know what? Let's do this little record shop that I went to this weekend. I was actually on the other side of town for a funeral. So I was in a part of town where I'm not normally. And because I was over there, I was like, okay, afterwards, I was like, well, let me see if there's a record shop around here. And it's this cute, quaint little, like, true mom and pop type of record store. And it also happened to be record store day, which is a whole other conversation. I like record store day a lot, and I've done the thing where I get there early. It depends what is on the docket, like what is available. There was a Gracie Abrams that I was quite interested in. There was a Wicked one that I was interested in. There was a Taylor Swift one, but like none of it was stuff where I was like, I'm not gonna bend over backwards to go and do this. And then, like I said, I had plans that were much more, you know, important. And so anyway, I just stumbled in there kind of being like, well, maybe this place will have something because it's kind of a smaller mom and pop shop. And sure enough, you guys, they did have the Fortnite Taylor Swift Record Store Day single. I am very happy to have this, but I wouldn't really, like, I wasn't that pressed about getting it, if you know what I mean. Although now I'm kind of interested. So it's just regular Fortnite, and then on the other side is the Blondish remix, which is that different than the one that's on the CD? And I want to know like what color it is. I think it might just be plain black. But I was excited to get that. It was still exciting because I think that at Zia, which is like a local record place, but it is a lot more well-known, like more well-traveled. It probably would have been sold out or it would have been harder to get. And then they were having 10% off all their other records. So I just picked up some fun vintage ones. Okay, so this is Clouds by Joni Mitchell. Admittedly, I don't know much about Joni Mitchell, but she's just somebody who I feel like I want to get more into. Like, I know she's just kind of so iconic. And I know that Blue is like her big album, but I don't know. This has both sides now. I think that might be the only song based on the title that I recognize that I know. But I don't know. I did a couple quick Google searches and like this is ranked as like one of her, you know, a lot of people have an opinion that that's one of the best of her albums. Then I also picked this up. It was only $5. It's Louis Armstrong and his orchestra. So let's see if I recognize. Oh, Pennies from Heaven is the song that sold me on here. Like, I love just like a vintage, like a little Louis Armstrong, whatever jazz moment to just throw on for the vibes. But then also seeing that there was a song that I knew, Pennies from Heaven, on there, I was like, oh yes. And then last but not least, the Four Seasons, Big Girls Don't Cry, which is super fun. They also have Walk Like a Man, Why Do Fools Fall in Love. Yeah. I don't know. I might recognize the other ones too, but they were just fun. I was feeling the vibes of like shopping the mom and pop shop and was happy to get that. Now let's launch into Powell's. I also went to Portland recently, and it's not a complete Portland trip without going to Powell's. And then we'll look at the beauty stuff and be done with this incredibly random video, but I hope you like it. Okay, so Powell's is a book place, obviously. And so these are some books that I got. They were all used. Okay, this is called These Precious Days by Ann Patchett. The cover art definitely pulled me in. I read The Dutch House by Ann Patchett. Oh, and then didn't she write On Tom Lake or whatever, which I haven't read, but I know that's like a popular book right now. So this is, I think, short stories, essays, which I don't know that I'm like super like an essay kind of gal. However, I don't know, these days I'm kind of a trying everything kind of gal. Do you hear my doggy's paws? So it says that these are wise essays that afford a fresh and intimate look into her mind and into her heart. It's a surprising and moving meditation on an unexpected friendship with Tom Hanks's brilliant assistant, Sookie. I don't know, it just caught my eye. It was cheap. I liked the cover, so I got it. Another one that I think, oh no, this is a memoir. This is not essays. No, this one is kind of like essays. Is this 5 Tuesdays in Winter, Stories by Lily King. Now, I have read this book right here, Writers and Lovers by Lily King, and I loved it. I loved her writing style. There was something just so, like, I can't even really describe it. It was just so beautifully, it was like not to anything. Like, it was just like a Goldilocks of a book. Like it was thought-provoking and it was beautifully written and it was relatable and it was all of this, but it wasn't like too much and it wasn't too basic or too, like, I don't know, I just really, really liked it a lot. So this says, a book for writers and lovers, a book about storytelling itself, a book for all of us. That's like a Washington Post quote. This is a short story collection. She's a best-selling author. It's a romantic and hopeful and unsparingly honest collection of 10 selected stories. I don't know. It could be totally random and weird, but like I said, I mean, I like this author. I like the cover art. I was feeling the vibes. I got it. Now, another one that, like, none of these, normally I'm just kind of a fiction girl, is this. It's Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. And I got this because I had heard really good things about her and her books and this book. And so, let's see. It's about bad dates, good friends, and all above else, realizing that you are enough. Wildly funny, occasionally heartbreaking. It's about growing up, growing older, learning to navigate friendships, jobs, loss, and romance, blah, 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 blah. It's her memoir. So if you guys have read anything by these authors or these books, like, please let me know. I'm very excited to crack into all of them, but there's just so many books, so little time, you know? Okay, random things that I got, but I'm still very excited about are this package of library card socks. This is that Out of Print brand. I love that brand. And so we have little pastel colors, yellow, blue, pink, and green. They're just like a little bit of a crew sock. Love, love, love. As a teacher, I feel like that's a very like fitting thing for me to have. Oh, a little bookmark. Can never have too many of those. And then truly the most random of all things is this hot pink, like lacquery enamel pepper shaker, pepper mill. So I had been in the market for like a nice pepper mill because I had one from Target. I think it was like Hearth and Hand, and it broke. And Oregon has no sales tax. This was $18. So I don't know. That's not cheap, but it wasn't like crazy expensive. And I thought it was super pretty. And again, I like things that have like character to them. And like this is very neat. To have like a hot pink enamel pepper shaker is very my vibe. Okay, if you're still with me, let's get into the Ulta things. These are a few things I picked up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. First off was this. This is something that I was so excited to see go on the sale because, well, let me tell you what it is. So this is by the brand Bread, and it's a clear wash clarifying detox shampoo. I use a detox shampoo roughly once a week, which is like generally what they recommend. I use the Bumble and Bubble Sunday shampoo, and I really like it a lot. It gets the job done. It gets out like, oh, this is a good look. It gets out like any buildup or any product. And yeah, it's just like a nice reset, but I'm always kind of trying to like see if there's any other ones out there. And I saw this in store at Ulta, and I like that it's pink. Bread, I'm pretty sure is a black owned brand, so I like that. This has a pump, which the other one doesn't. And I was like, oh, I would love to give this a try. And then it was on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. So I hope it's good. I'm not gonna crack into it until my other one runs out. But this is another thing I was very excited to see on the sale because this is technically a repurchase. So this is by Korres, and it's the Santorini Grape Velvet Skin Drink Resveratrol Replenish Retexture Oil. Now, I got this oil when I was in Europe last summer. I'm so annoying. I'm saying it like that because it's very like, oh, when I was in France, but that was my life once upon a time last summer. It was glorious. And a lot of, this is a Greek brand, so I would imagine like getting it in Greece is even, you know, better price-wise. But you could get it in France, in Paris, and the price was pretty good. And I loved it. It smells nice. It's this like moisturizing, luxurious, lovely oil. I'm kind of in a place of like, does skincare work, or is it just fun to put on? Does it just smell good? Does it just feel good? Like, I don't really know how much of it is a placebo effect. Point being, like, I didn't necessarily notice like a huge difference in my skin, but like I never do. But I liked it. And I liked the whole experience. Like I said, I liked the smell. It was hydrating. Like, I don't know. Okay, and then this was a bit of a risky one because it was technically like a blind buy of a perfume. But I was very excited to see that an Ellis Brooklyn perfume was on this sale. It was like fully half off. It's Eau de Parfum. This is in the scent called Sweet. I don't know what the notes are, you guys. But let's give her a smell. So this is how many ounces? 1.7. That's nice. It kind of smells like Glossier You or like Dead Cool Milk, but maybe just like a little bit more citrusy and a little bit more sweet maybe. So I try it on. I know you technically can return things after you use them, but I just feel bad doing that. So I really hope that I like this. Or maybe just one little spray won't be so bad if I end up returning it. I don't know. Oh, wow. That actually on the skin, like upon initial spray is like really pretty sweet, but again, it's literally called Sweet. Huh. I need to look up the notes and just kind of see how that dries down. When you spray it on the skin, it certainly does not smell like Glossier or whatever, but when you smell it just on the nose, it does. Okay. And then I think this is the rest of the stuff that I ordered from the sale. I was waiting for this video to unbox it. This is just a hand wash. Lotus water, serum infused hand wash. Oh my gosh, I was gonna bring this to my classroom. But now I'm like, oh, serum infused. Like, do the kids really need that? Hyaluronic acid, ceramides. I don't know, it's probably just a little bit of like smoke and mirrors, but I'm a teacher and it's just fun to have your, how many times have I said that in this video? It's fun to have like your own hand wash sometimes in the classroom, you know? Okay, there was a day where a bunch of fake nails were on sale, and fake nails are my absolute favorite. These are press-ons, like I love them so much. So we got, Kiss My Aries, which are very similar to these ones. These are Glamnetic, but these are Aries. This is from that same line from OP Abbott. These are Capricorn. I actually already have these ones. They remind me of Alphaba, but I love them, so I wanted to restock. This one is called Malaga Wine. This one is called Editor in Chic. They're long and they're like shimmery, holographic-y baby pink. Oh my gosh, how many did I get? Girl, I really went to town. Oh well, no regrets. This one is called Polywante Lacquer, because that's the thing, is like they typically have like 30 nails in them, right? So then that's 3 sets, assuming you don't lose any, which sometimes can happen. And they last for a long time. Oh, here was another, oh, these are long. Another one of the Zodiac ones, it's Sagittarius. I like this length is good, like kind of the classic medium. It's like what I have right here. Like they do technically go longer than, you know, but they're really easy to work with. The long ones are harder to do stuff with for me, or it's like an adjustment. These are called Nail Heart. And then these ones are Trailblazer, and they're very similar to like this pink one. Oh, those are so fun. I love them. What is this? What is this? Oh my gosh, I forgot I got this. That's a problem. Like I'm being toxic. This is a Tarte Maracuja Juicy Shift in the scent Blueberry. So I think it's just literally like a blue lip gloss, but I don't think it's actually blue. I think it's just like it might even be one of those like pH adapting kind of vibes. In fact, I think it is. Or just like clear, but it's like the clicker stick. And I just thought it was fun, and I'm into these right now. And then the last 2 things, I was excited. Well, okay, I like Sunday Riley. I haven't used their stuff in actually a while. But this is called Pink Drink. It's the Firming Resurfacing Essence. And I liked it because it looks like it's kind of like a toner. And it's in a spray bottle, which I love my stuff to be in a spray bottle. Now, granted, this is actually really pretty small. How many ounces is this? 1.7. So this is literally like as much as like this perfume. So it's not all that big. But I don't know, it says it helps firm the look of the skin. Okay, will it really? While fermented honey and botanical extracts balance the skin's natural microbiome and resurface the skin. I don't know. I mean, again, skincare is just one of those things, isn't it? Where it's like, I don't really know what's happening, but it's fun to try. It still kind of smells the same as when I put it on. It's good. but I'm still just curious. It's like really pretty sweet. Okay, and then this I was very excited about. This is from Kiehl's. This is the Creme de Corps Soy Milk and Honey Whipped Body Butter. I love pretty much everything by Kiehl's. The Creme de Corps line is amazing. I love the body lotion, and this body butter is, oh, it's sealed, that's good. It's so nice. It's like a really yummy scent, but it's not too intense. And I just think it looks chic and it looks pretty and it's really hydrating. It has shea and jojoba butter. And again, for half off, I was very excited to get that. I have not had that in my repertoire for a long, long time. And that's everything that I got. And I hope that you liked this. It was a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but I'm excited to play with all my new things, all my goodies. And yeah, let me know what books or records or beauty products you have picked up recently. And I will see you guys super soon. Love ya. Bye.